welcome everyone. Welcome to Rob's Rules. Glad to see you here. I'm here, you're there, and it's not just my rules, it's all your rules. It's your, everybody's channel. With me today, I'm honored again to have the man from Kryptonian, the man who fought in the Kryptonian Wars, came to Earth, saved the humans, and then went back to a galaxy far, far away. And because of his bravery and how he looks fear right in his eye, he got promoted to general. And with me today is the General Zod. How are you, my friend?
Well, man, that is the best plug ever. But in case y'all don't know, it is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain in YouTube entertainment today, General Zod. And I feel so honored to be invited back here. It's amazing. I actually really enjoyed the conversation, and I look very much forward today to doing this with you. So thank you.
We had a great time. And before we start anything, and Maya wants to do her roll call, before we get into that, you went through some stuff. Do you want to give everybody an update of what had happened with the COVID situation you were going under?
Yeah. So I had a bit of a thing with COVID. My girlfriend had gotten it. It had caused a big rift in my household. We had to leave. We wound up staying at a hotel and having to find a place on the fly. And thanks to all of you guys who donated to GoFundMe, within like a week's time, man, she was even shocked. We got up to like $600, and we were able to, between what we had saved up and what you guys had donated, to secure a place. So we got our security deposit down. We got our rent situated, and we actually can stay another week or a couple of weeks here while we are waiting for the place to be ready, because we can't move in until February 1st. So thank you so much to the community. You guys are awesome, and we really appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. Thank you so much. Like, I can't thank you enough. My girl has gone on stream and thank you guys, and we really appreciate it so much.
That is terrific news, man. I mean, listen, nothing beats this community. I can also tell you that day a lot happened. We're going to get into that in a little bit. So but it's Maya's turn. Maya loves to do this before I begin the show. So here it is. Here's Maya. How are you, Maya?
I'm awesome.
You're awesome. Are you ready to do the roll call?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do the roll call. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Hi,
JD.
Hi, JD.
All right. Say hi, Sim Fishy.
Hi, Sim Fishy.
There you go. Hi, peace.
Hi, please.
Make sure you say it loud. Who's that?
Maureen. Hi, Maureen.
It's Maureen. Say hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Say hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Say hi. Say hi, Silver Widow.
Hi, Silver Widow.
Willow. Sorry.
Willow.
Willow. My bad. My bad. Oh.
Hi, Sandy.
It's Sandy. You know Sandy.
Back.
Who's that?
Hi, Sean.
Sean. Right. You know Sean. Oh, he keeps saying this is Isa.
Hi, Isa.
Remember her? She was here last week. You remember Isa?
Yeah.
A lot of familiar names I'm seeing here. A lot of familiar names. Wow. Oh.
Hi,
Alan.
Hi, Alan.
He was here last week too. Up.
Hi, Tiffany.
Tiffany. I got to get Tiffany on the show. I promised her I'm going to get her on the show. Who's that? Leanne.
Hi, Leanne.
Leanne. Who's this?
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa. Right. That's Lisa. Who's that?
Hi.
Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Stephanie. Can you say this?
No.
Morning tea.
Hi, morning tea. Hi, Miss.
Miss Anthropy.
Hi, Miss Anthropy.
Oh, I see her a lot. This is Wild Card. I love the way that's spelled.
Wild Card.
There you go. Who's this? Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
She was here a lot last week.
Maya's roll.
Yes, Maya's roll call. That's what it is. Oh, you know who this is?
Hi, Margot.
Margot is here. I saw. Hi, Donald. Wait a minute. Is Donald here? Oh, wait.
Hi,
Maria.
Hi, Maria. Hi.
Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Peter. Did we miss somebody?
Hi, Ellie.
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
All right, good job. Good job. I think I got everybody. I think I got. Oh, it is Donald.
Hi,
It's Donald. Hey, Donald. Hey there, Rob. Sorry I'm late. I'm still at work related conference call. I'll be listening as I'm on the call. I should be done shortly. Oh, great. Good to see you, Donald. I was just going to talk about Donald Dolan. Ironically.
Can I talk about you?
No, you good. That's it. Go. I got to do the stream. So a lot happened. As I was saying before, General Zod had his problem. Another YouTuber friend of mine had also the same kind of issue. It's just ironic that it was you and it's one other one, like 2 tweets in a row. She also never did a GoFundMe page before, and the community came to her. Her name is Mary Mayhem. I don't know if anybody knows her, but she's a really great person. And she's part of my Star Wars community. She's a really good person. And she was going through a really tough time. She lost her job, and a lot of bad things were just happening all at once. And, the community helped her get back on her feet also. So that was great news. And she came and did a stream, kind of like you did. Same thing. So I was really, really happy about that. It was nice to see at Christmas time so many people were giving and helping people like General Zod and Mary out. But then we had something happen to my good buddy, Mr. Dolan. And me and General were talking about this before we came onto the stream. And unfortunately, Donald had a mini stroke last Wednesday. And that very upset me about halfway through. I was having a rough time because I know Donald for a while now since I've been doing this. He's a fantastic father, hard worker. He's very kind, very great heart, very giving. And it hurt me a lot to see Donald to know that anybody in this community goes suffering. That's not what I want for my community, this community. I just hope everybody's healthy and happy, because without your health, none of this matters, So,
which, by the way, I don't know Donald personally, so I'm actually glad he's in here so that, I can get a sense of who he is. I've just started talking with everyone and getting to know everyone in this wonderful community, but I wanted to say, man, I did say a prayer for you, because a general has strong faith, and I said some prayers for you because that's tough, and the fact that he's back at it and on a conference call, dude. What are you, like Superman over here? He's like, yeah, I'm on a conference call. Then I was so man, kudos. I'm really glad that that you're clearly feeling well, and hopefully you're resting, because that's really important. And glad to see that everything's going well, because it was very jarring hearing that as we're streaming, and we both found out simultaneously, and I was like, wow, you handled it really well. And I could see all of the love that was in our group chats we're a part of and things like that. So I'm really glad to hear you're doing better. So.
Yeah, me too. And I talked to Donald last night, and as you could tell, Donald is amazing. I mean, to have what he went through, he's going to therapy. He's on a conference call, working from home. He's a workaholic. He's a great dad. He's a caring. His theory is he believes in helping people if he can. General, he even told me he was going to help you. All he needed was the GoFundMe, and he was going to donate. I told him I don't know if it's still up and running, but if you want to, you could leave it in the chat, and if anybody, I don't know what's going on with your GoFundMe.
It's still up. It's still up and running. Our goal was to reach 1,000, so I think we're at 600 right now. I kind of just left it up just to see where we could get to as far as it goes, because every little bit helps. We're trying to make sure that when we get into this place, we don't run into a situation where we don't have a bit of a nest egg, because we used most of the stuff we were saving up for all on a gamble. And I don't know how the hell, well, I do know how the hell it worked. We had people help us out, but it was amazing, and it really showed me what kind of community this is, because I've been doing this for a while and I've been part of other groups. I do know Mary Mayhem. I have known her for a while, and actually, funny story, she subbed to my page when I was at like 50 subs. So Mary is a good person. I was really sorry to hear about what had happened with her situation, but you know, I had been a part of various groups, but this has been like the most real community, nice community that I've seen, of people who legitimately care. And the irony is that the media would call them bots, but I mean, I'm testament. There's no bots here. There's no bots here. So
it's amazing you say that, General, because you know this will start us up with the Depp chat. You know, that was one of the things I found so absolutely ridiculous, that this woman actually thought in her mind that people didn't exist, that Johnny was paying people off to do this petition, and he had robots and fake Twitter accounts, and then she comes out and says something like, "We're not reality. We you know, this petition is great, people, but you guys, lose my voice. You guys are not real, and this petition, you know, with her nose up in the air, is not going to affect me." That really triggered me. That, with her attitude, her smugness, you know, this, because now, you know, the Sun won in the UK, so she's got, hey, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have won. So now I've got the advantage, you know, trying to parade herself. And it really got under my skin to say that this cockiness, this. And I'm like, man, this woman is just, she just thinks who she is. She stepped all over Depp. She treated him like garbage. She used him. She used Musk. She used Franco. And now she attacks the fans, as if we don't have a right to feel the way we do. We're not allowed to feel that way. You know, we're who are we? We're nothing. We're nobodies. We're just, you know, that's all we are. We're fake. We're phony. We were paid. I never got my Johnny Depp check in the mail. I'm still looking for it. I just got the mail yesterday. It hasn't come in yet. So I don't know about anybody else here, but I haven't got a check. I'm real. I'm alive. And I've been doing this since July. A lot of people here, everybody's here. Name who I go through, I see a lot on streams, on my stream, on other channels. You tell me, General, we a reality? Does this petition mean anything? You tell me what you think of all that.
Honestly, I think this is the same double standard BS that I've dealt with as a Star Wars fan, as a Marvel fan, as a DC fan. Whenever there's something that comes along that goes against the narrative and does really well. The case with The Mandalorian and this recent thing with Pablo Hidalgo attacking Star Wars theory. You know, it's a perfect example of how the media views us. They want our money. They want us to consume their garbage. And when we don't, when we take a stand against the mediocrity that they push out, that they peddle our way, then all of a sudden we're these robots, we're these fakes, we're these isms, we're all of these labels that they put on us. And look, I don't know if there's bots roaming around, but my channel alone jumped from being at 398 to 512 people watching me, which, thank you, by the way, guys, that's amazing. But I mean, and I see these people constantly every day in different streams. Alan was just in my stream this morning with me and Stevie, and I'm pretty sure Alan's a real person. I mean, you know, it's ridiculous because it's a thing where they don't want to admit, they don't want to acknowledge that passion is real, that people can be passionate about good things. And they're really jealous that they don't have the passion for like Ghostbusters 2016 and The Last Jedi and all of this bullshit that the critics hold up as this great bastion of hope. That's what this all comes down to. It's a battle. It's a struggle for the soul of good people and good entertainment. And make no mistake, folks, we are entrenched in a war between justice, between what is right, between what is good, what is consumable. I mean, you went from years of seeing great products, man. I even remember as a kid getting movies like The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Goodfellas, Casino, all of these great things coming up, these works of art. And now look what we got. The Fast and Furious fucking 16, Last Jedi, all of these things that they want to make politically correct. And when the fans don't like it, when the fans say something about it, they go against the story. And Johnny is the most dangerous because of the fact that he is the victim. And I want to point this out. He is the victim. And this goes against the narrative they've been pushing in Hollywood for years now, with women being victims and excluding men from that same thing. They are not being equal, but yet at the same time claiming to push equality. Just think about how asinine and ridiculous that argument is. It's mind-boggling. And they go at it with such vigor and such like dogmatic view. It's astonishing. Really, really, they need to be studied, because it fascinates me how you can just immerse yourself in such a crock of shit. Like I really would love to get into this psyche and know the art it takes to believe the bullshit you're peddling. Because you can't believe it. I honestly don't. I can't think they believe it. But go ahead and read this, poor person. I'm sorry I went on rambling.
No, it's fine, man. Listen, you're my guest. I want you to ramble. They hear me enough through videos, so that's fine. Lisa Lambert says, Happy New Year, Rob. She gives a super chat. Thank you so much, Lisa Lambert. I appreciate it. It's great to see you. It's great to see everybody here in the community. And I agree. I think that they don't take us real. But you know when they take us real, and I've said this in my videos, and if everybody's missed it, when you talk money, he said this earlier, and they said it. They don't care about the petition. Amber Heard doesn't care about the petition. What they care about is your money. What they want you to do is they want you to go to the theater. You can sign your petition. They don't care, because they want to see the total. They want to see when the movie's out how much it grossed. That's what matters to them. So how do you stop it if that's all they care about? You don't go see the movie. You don't support it. I don't care if you're a YouTuber, say, oh, I want it. I'm going to cover it because, she's in it. I'm not going to see it. I don't care if she's in it. I loved the first one, but I didn't know who she was. I never knew who she was. And now that I know who she is, I will not support anything she's in. That's it. I made a video about Brie Larson and her. I'm not supporting either one. That's my stand. That's how I feel.
I had the opportunity. I got like a free thing to CBS All Access, because I do reviews and whatnot. So I had free previews to The Stand. And actually it was you. Thanks a lot, Rob. But it was you. You told me something interesting. You said, even though, I'm not paying for it, so I'm not paying to do this review. Right. But see, in a sense, as a content creator, if I did this review, and I've done a couple of things, I was jazzed up about it, but if I did this review and I put it out there, I'm giving them free press. And that's just as valuable as giving them money. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to touch this thing with The Stand. I'm not going to go near it because I don't want to give them the press. There he is. I've been dying to meet you.
Hey, my guys. What's up?
Gary Robinson, the great one, the one who will be soon hitting the Billboard charts with #1 hits. That's right. He'll be in the top of the echelon. So artists be looking like, who is this guy? This guy's amazing. He'll be throwing out #1 songs all over the country, all over the world. If you don't know who Gary is, please hit that subscribe button. Check out Gary Robertson. Hit that subscribe button. Check out General Zod. General Zod, meet Gary Robertson. Gary Robertson, meet General Zod.
Nice to meet you. Which, by the way, I've heard your stuff, and being on Stevie, he plays the song as his intro, and I'm like, man, this guy's really good. I wonder if I get to him now, maybe I can get him to make me a theme song before he makes it really big. I gotta pay out the big checks.
Man, yeah. I gotta do it like a death metal song though. The bow before Zod.
DM me, man. I need a good intro. I've been stealing stuff from Bishop Briggs.
No, I'll do that. I'll do that for you, man. I'll work on that. But I'm so sorry I'm late, guys.
Listen, no one ever has to be sorry you're late, whether you're in the chat. You don't have to say, I'm sorry, or, oh, I missed your stream, I'm sorry. If you watch it and you're here for 5, 10, 20 minutes, I don't care. Gary, if you came the last 20 minutes, of course I want you here from the beginning because I think you guys are awesome. But, you know, if you don't have to apologize to me. You got things to do. You got a life.
You are awesome, man. I got to change my lighting real quick because I look gray for some reason.
Sure.
Hold on, let me turn some lights on.
I'm going to go through the super chats real quick. Ali Shore gave me a big smiley face, like, so I just want to say I'm supposed to imitate when I get something like that. So there you go. Hey, I think I can wait. Let me get the. It's hard to do. I don't know. I can't. How's that? I'm supposed to imitate it. That's the rule. So thank you, Ali. And oh my God. Oh no, he didn't. General Zod, this is what I'm talking about. This guy is one of the most generous. I didn't want him to do this. I told him not to do this, and he did it anyway. I told him, man, I don't know what to say, Donald. I mean, you're a hard worker. I can't see any more great things about you. Just to let you know, I'm going to let you in on something. I did an unboxing, and I haven't put the video up yet. But Donald Dolan came through and gave my daughter, Maya, a pop-up book. A Star Wars pop-up book.
That's awesome.
And this is from Donald. I'm going to do a video on this. I have it almost all done. So as you could see from the book, it pops up. And here's one of the ads, as you could see.
Thank you, Donald.
You want to say it? Say it. Go ahead.
Thank you, Donald. New Star Wars pop-up book.
So I just wanted to show that this is the kind of guy. Listen, he don't have to do this. You know, no one. My father always taught me, he said, look, no one owes you a dime. You know, you got to go out there. You got to earn it. You know, and I'm very grateful for anybody. If you give me $1, if you give me 50 cents, if you just come watch my stuff, if you come support me, you write in the comment section, anything you do, I'm extremely grateful. I'm sure Gary's extremely grateful. So General Zod is, I'm still any YouTuber, whether it's Stevie J. Raw, Shelby, Spiritually Empowered, Come Geek Some, Nerds Newsstand, E-Hacker, Lost Beyond Pluto, and Incredibly Average Dark News. I think I got them all. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I don't think I did. Oh, Johnny Depp Project. Everybody, all these people, love all you guys. And I just want to say thank you again. And Donald, I really hope you get better. You're I don't know, man, you're Superman. I don't know how you do it. He's like, I'm on a conference call. You just had a stroke a week ago. What are you on a conference call for? What are you doing? Get some rest. And he said, just a little something for a couple of wonderful content creators. Dude, that's really, I don't know.
He met you guys. He hasn't seen enough of my stuff yet. No, you know, to that point, I wanted to say, just give you guys a little bit of a story, some little inside info you might not know about our good friend Stevie J. Many moons ago, when we were all young YouTubers, when we first started this, Stevie J and me used to compete. Wait for it. We used to compete at 100 subs to see who could pass who. When we were at 100, we were competing. And that charming bastard was always ahead of me still. So I always knew.
It's the accent, man. It's the accent. Gets it every time.
He's such a great, kind guy. I had never met someone when I first met him, and he said, "Oh, I want to come and stream on your live stream." I was like, "Well, he's Australian. I got to get him on here. Like, that's a big, you know." But when we started talking, I realized, man, Stevie's a wonderful guy, and he's going to do big things. And so, uh, you know, I'm really glad to like know this group of creators. It's very humbling.
Yeah, it is big time, man. And just this whole community altogether has been phenomenal. You know, and I wasn't even thinking about, doing a page. I was thinking about, getting more on my music and stuff like that. But once I met this community and everything that we're talking about, there's just so much to talk about and to do. There's really room for everybody, and we all help each other out big time, man. Like you were saying, the Johnny Depp project earlier, Rob. She saved my life today, because this morning, or not this morning, but afternoon for me, it was 12:30. Was my very first live stream. We didn't even plan on doing a live stream. We actually planned on doing a video of what we did.
Yeah, that's what you said you were gonna do. You told me that.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't figure out how to record it, so we were just like, you know what? Let's just go live. Let's just try it, and we just winged it. And she pretty much carried me through the whole thing, man, which was awesome. But we didn't realize that, you out and Stevie were going on at once, so we were like, okay, cool. We'll just make it a short one then. Let's just rush through this real quick. This will be the first one. She's kind of like, popping my cherry at this point.
Speaking of which, she's in the chat.
Oh, hey.
She's in the chat.
Man. And like I said, I had to run some errands. I borrowed my buddy's guitar the other day just to do a couple things. And I had to give it back to him because he was asking for it. He's got some projects he's working on. And then I had to run to Home Depot. And yeah, it took a while over there.
Well, listen, I'm just glad you guys are here. We're going to get into the appeal in a little bit, but again, everybody's here. It's exciting. I want to talk about, like I said, we're talking about Donald, what happened with him, and I'm going to get into Gary because Gary knows Donald. But first, hooray of peace.
Donald.
I just want to say thank you. He said, Rob, Zod, Gary's shown love to your back. I hope all is well, And Gary, I know you know Donald and I just want to say thank you for everybody who's super chatted. Don't think you're not important. You're very important. I always keep it up here. I know who you are. I really appreciate what you guys do. You help me. You motivate me. You make me want to do a video. I'll be honest, I didn't want to do a video at all this week. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. So I was up to 6 in the morning and 5 in the morning doing videos. It took me, I'm not lying, I did a video for like 3 or 4 hours. And I was dead after I did the video because I had to go to work in 3 hours. So I had to hurry up, jump into bed, and go to work. And now I'm doing the stream. It's crazy. It doesn't. I just want to make people understand. I know everybody does videos differently and whatever, and some are better and more informative or whatever. I just, the way I do it, it's just, I want to try to make it good. I don't want to put out something crappy, and I just hope that everybody enjoys it, and that's it. If you enjoy it, great. If you don't, well, I'm sorry. I'll try another time. Hey, what could I do? But Gary, Donald very well, and so tell us about your Christmas and what did Donald do for you, my friend?
Donald is very generous, and he keeps me in line too because I haven't slept yet, but. And he texted me earlier. He's like, my friend, you have to get some sleep. Wow. Trust me, as an insomniac, I know. I'm like, yeah, I haven't responded to that text yet, but yeah, he told me that. And trust me, Donald, I feel you, man. But my anxiety just kicked in last night when JDP and I decided to go live today. So I was just, my mind wouldn't stop. And it just kept going. But yeah, he sent me 2 packages of Tastes of Chicago. It was wonderful, man. There's 3 different pizzas in there, ribs, barbecue. It was
wow.
It was amazing. But
wow.
I basically gifted that to my mom too, because she kind of went through the same thing. She had a mini heart attack, and was in the hospital for a couple days.
Oh, sorry, man. Did this happen recently?
Yeah, right before everything, the whole, the Christmas holidays and stuff like that.
You should have
But
told me, man. You should have
she's
told
good.
me.
She's good though. She's good, and she's doing
Oh,
really
man.
well. And Donald, they loved it. I loved it. I had some of the pizza. It was awesome.
Oh my God,
but
I'm sorry, man.
yeah, the sad part is he sent one before that, but it never made it to the house. So it must have been delivered to the wrong house, but we never got the first one. And he was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna send you another one, and he did. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that's nice, man. That's what you see. So those who don't know Donald, I hope you got a feeling of who he is. He's not a phony. He's not a fake. He doesn't do it for any purpose.
He's not a bot.
He's got a great heart, and he's not a bot. He's not some fake Twitter account. These are real live people, and I've been trying to say this over and over again. We're real. We're here, and we're here to fight, and we're here to fight for justice. We're here because we're hoping that this judge doesn't do what the other judge did. And we're going to shortly get into that, but I want to thank Miss Anthropy for another super chat. And I love the icon. It's really cool reading the book. She says,
Miss Anthropy is awesome.
Yeah, she is. And she said, I think a lot of people here are just incredible. Love to all the lovelies on camera and in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. We all love you and Miss Anthropy. We hope you're doing well. And, Gary, I know maybe you didn't catch it. Shelby had a lot of people on. She had Sandy on. She had Diamond Knight on. She had a whole bunch of people in the chat. I was like, whoa, look at all these people. It was so awesome.
Yeah, I was on there too. I popped in at the
end, yes. And I have to get Tiffany Daniels because she's the next one. I haven't given her any airtime. And so I told her probably next week or the week after, I'm going to invite her in to hang out with us. So hopefully she'll join us. Awesome. Yeah, Tiffany Daniels is another channel. So please.
I wanted to show you this real quick. I don't know if you can see this, but this is Donald's dog, Annie, in her Christmas outfit. Let's see if we can get that focused.
Isn't that cute? Great. That is great. Oh, I love it,
Adorable.
man.
Adorable.
That is great. Thank you. Tiffany says, "Oh, you're welcome. Please, please." Okay, so let's talk about this dang appeal. This appeal. I forgot. There's one thing. I'm gonna keep it real short because I don't want to get too deep into it. This really affected me yesterday, and this is one of the reasons I wasn't going to put out a video. About early in the morning, there was a message that came across Twitter, and it said that someone had passed. And I was like,
"Oh my God, yes!"
Like what the hell are you talking about?
Someone passed. God, yes!
And it came from a Mrs. Magoo, and I was just stopped everything, and I was like, "Okay, what the hell is this?" When I read it, it's like, "Please, I'm gonna delete everything." He had passed in the night, and I was like blown away. Now, do I know Truthy Magoo that well? No. I met him one time. He came into the chat. He invited me to his stream. I went to his stream. And that was the only time I ever interacted with him or hung out with him because, all this other stuff happens. It was Christmas and New Year's and all holidays and Thanksgiving. All this was coming up. I had so much to do, the channel. So anyway, Truthy seemed like a down-to-earth, kind of nice, fun guy to me. He talked about Amber Heard with me. He invited me on to talk about it with other people. I stayed for about a half hour, an hour, and then I left. That was it. I know his wife is devastated from this. That I don't know anything else, and there's nothing else for me to share. And I don't know anything. So I'm just going to leave it that my condolences go out to all those who knew him well. It goes out. My heart goes out to you, to his wife, especially going through a very hard December. This community has been hit hard in December. And I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again. We've had a lot of bad things happen to a lot of great people in this community. I've seen people say, I'm going in for surgery. I've seen people say, oh, my mom passed. This one passed. I've seen people say, oh, my God, this has happened to me, and that's happened to me. Donald's, for example. Gary, you just brought up an example. We've had a lot of people in this community have a horrifying December. I mean, Janine had a vertigo and banged her head, because she couldn't. It was so horrible. We've had a lot of people go through a lot of bad stuff. All I can say is, thank God this year is ending. It's ending. So it's time for us to put our past behind us. Now, this is a Star Wars quote. I'm sure Gary and General Zod will realize it, even though it's not my favorite movie. It's a quote I do like. It's let the past die. Kill it if you have to. And it's hard to let your past go when you've been traumatized mentally, physically, death, loss of anything, loss of a divorce, of breaking up with people, of a job, whatever it is extremely hard to get over that hump. And it takes some people longer and some people shorter. It just depends on what you're going through, your heart, your willpower. All I can say, oh man, my daughter, someone just brought this up, my daughter too. My daughter, I almost forgot, I had to end the stream because my daughter had banged her head. My wife last week, I had to end the stream because she had a panic attack in the room and I had to calm her down and she was overwhelmed. So yes, things happen. And we've had a horrifying month, but we got through it. It's the end is here. So we got to just pick ourselves off the floor and don't look in the rearview mirror. If you're driving a car, you don't look in the rearview mirror while you're driving the car, right? Because you're going to smash into something. Or you don't watch the person on the side of you pass you by and you just keep going. No, you go forward. We have to. So fight. Don't give up. Don't give in. And remember, without your health, you're not here.
Mm-hmm.
And the last piece of advice I will say, and I'll shut my mouth, is my father always said to me, if you, and I hope Donald is hearing me when I say this, if you don't take care of yourself, there is no one else you can take care of. So that you have a family, you have a girlfriend, you have whatever, friends, whatever. You can't be there for anybody if you're not healthy. So you need to take care of yourselves. So please don't give up and take care of you, because without you, a lot of people are going to suffer. You're very important, no matter who you are. And that includes you, Donald. I love you, man. So that's my message to everybody. This year is over. Let's close the book. Let's start a new chapter. Let's look forward to 2021. Let's forget our past. And let's go, Johnny. Let's win in Virginia. Come on, man. Let's win in Virginia. Right, I'm psyched. You guys want to say anything? I'll shut my mouth and then we'll get into the appeal. Go ahead. So the floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say that was so eloquently put. I don't know what really you could follow that up with, but I believe that my quote I'm choosing to go with is going to be from Dark Knight Rises, when the truth will have its day. And it's about time that the truth had its day, which is so pretty much true to what's going on. I think this new year, we're going to get past this hump because stuff happens. 2020 in general has just been a shit year. So I think there's nowhere to go but up. And I think with the way the community has come together, the way we've all found each other, and none of us has really known each other. And yet here we are sharing a common goal, a common fight. I think it's going to be a year of seeing things shift, seeing change. I really believe that this thing with Johnny Depp is going to be one of the biggest catalysts into shifting the quote unquote narrative. And it's going to be really important. And all of you guys and all of the content creators who have been a part of this are going to be on the ground floor of the shift and the push we've been waiting for to happen. So, and I'm really sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I just read this. Lisa Lambert said, I lost my father in April, my husband in December. Oh my God. That's why I'm always long. Oh my God.
Lisa, sweetheart, you are never alone. You are never alone, especially
Jesus
here
Christ.
in this community. You are not alone. If you need anything from any of us, hit us up on Twitter, DM us, whatever you need.
Yeah, definitely.
We got you.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Linda sent me something, but it went off my screen, and I tried to find it on my phone, and it's not there. So, Linda, you don't have to super chat again. You sent me a super chat, Linda A. Just write it, and I will post it up here. So the minute I see Linda A, or if I miss it, everybody say, Linda commented, let me know. I will put what she said up here. I totally missed it. She said something. I'm like, oh, I missed it. I couldn't grab it in time.
Let's see if I
So
can find it.
yeah, I
I
couldn't.
see it was for 200 SEK.
Yes, do you see it?
Yes, yeah, I got it here. It says,
Okay.
I drop everything, including my sleep, to watch your streams. Love them so much. You always put my mood up when I'm feeling lonely. Hoping for a happier new year for all of you. And 200 SEK is equal to $24.40.
Wow.
But to me, SEK means sweet, elegant, and kind.
Well, thank you, Linda. I mean, that's great. If you want to say anything, you don't have to send anything. Just drop your comment, whatever you want. And or if you have a question for either gentleman, I would be more than happy to to put it up there, whatever you want to say. I try to get many comments because I care about you guys, and you guys are important. And I don't know how people do streams and people come to their chat and they chat and you totally ignore them. I'm like, that should never, ever happen. Never, never. Oh, yeah, Mucci, I did get the super chat from Miss Anthropy. I did read it, but I'll say it again in case you missed it. Miss Anthropy said, love to all the lovelies on camera and in the chat. So I didn't miss that. I still have that on there. Why does stayed up and the other ones don't? I can't answer. The StreamYards is a wacky. I don't get it. I don't get why one's up there and the other one's not up there for me to see.
StreamYards is fun.
Lisa Lambert, all love from all of us to you. We care about you. This community is fantastic. We're all here for you. And it's exactly what Gary said. If you need to drop a DM in Twitter, please, we're here, and feel free, if you need to talk. And, I can't imagine the pain you're in. I mean, we've all had losses. We've all felt the pain. I'm sure we all still feel at times we're missing somebody, or we'll see a picture or something will remind us, or a song will go off in our head. My best piece of advice to that, which I got from one of my relatives, was keep the memory alive and remember all the good times you've had with all the people who you have lost. And, and try to remember the fun and the jokes and the great times you've had with these people, and cherish their moments, cherish their life, celebrate their life. Don't cry over their death. Celebrate their life. And that's what I think of when I thought of Truthy. That's when I thought of so many other people who have been in my life who have touched me. I have people who've gone 25 years, 30 years, but best friends, co-workers, family members. The list goes on. And unfortunately, the older you get, the worse it gets. It just doesn't get better. And I can't take away people's pain. If I could, I would take a bottle and I would bottle it up and you wouldn't feel pain anymore, but I can't do that. So all I can give you is my kind words and condolences from me, General Zod, Gary, and everybody in the chat. We love you. Don't, you're not alone. We're here. Come to the stream, come talk, see your friends, go to your family, get some support. That's how I got through things. Visit your friends, stay a weekend if they invite you. Don't say no. Just go out there and try to enjoy whatever you can with family and friends, because they are going to be the most important shoulder for you to cry on. That's my best advice. I don't know if it's good or not, but
You on a roll, Rob. You on a roll right now, man. I mean, we could just sit here and listen to you all night, and it's like going to church, man. It's awesome.
Testify.
Here's the funny part about my stream. I never know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to say what. And that's why I love doing this, because people come in the chat, say something, and I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about this today. And then I wind up over here and I'm like, wow, I never talked about what I wanted to. How'd that happen? But, anyway. So let's get into the appeal a little bit. And Gary and General Zod and I are going to do most of the talking. I will shut my mouth because I don't know how to shut it at times. So let me, and I'm sorry, So right now, while I get up my laptop, if General Gary, you have anything to say, go ahead. I'm going to quiet myself.
You guys go. I'll just sit back and giggle like I always do.
Before we get started, this I find very interesting, and I am just running a scenario in my mind, and I've been running it for a while, based on what I've heard from this appeal and from what's being presented by these lawyers now. This document that's been drawn up, which has mirrored what many of us have been talking about, that the UK judge ignored, which I believe these other seemingly more clear-minded judges can't ignore. I think that if this, and I'm throwing best case scenario, if Johnny was to overturn this and then win Virginia, this would be the single greatest, in my mind, victory that I've heard across the board, because then it's going to call into question all of these pandering, bullshit, media peddling, smut peddling, garbage, sons of a bitches who have wrote these trash ass hit pieces. I can't wait, because there's no amount of spin, no amount of bullshit that they can peddle out that's going to save them for all of these stories they put out. They've effectively tied the noose around their neck, and I am praying every day that justice, the law, will see through this, because it was clearly a bought and paid for trial. Now, I might be jumping to conclusions, but that's just what I've gathered with Elon Musk and all of this other stuff, okay? There is some shenanigans, there's some chicanery going on, and something wasn't on the up and up. The way the judge conducted this whole thing was a joke. The stuff that he chose to ignore was the biggest farce in our justice system that I've ever seen. And as I've stated before, and I've stated on my channel, this cannot stand, because it is scary when so much of the law, which is supposed to be blind, which is represented by someone holding the scales, which is the balance of justice, and blindfolded, which means the law does not give a shit about who you are or what your status is. It cares about facts and truth. And I have to believe that truth and facts and intelligence will win out the day. And I seriously think he has a great chance to get this appealed. I think the way that this new thing is presented, I think when the other judges see it, who, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think they have any stake in this. I think you're going to see something new, and God help them. If he overturns this and then wins in Virginia, oh my God, could you guys imagine? Just sit back and imagine what that's going to be like. Ooh, man, Amber's day is going to get terrible. Her 2021 is not going to be great, folks. Won't be great. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out there. And Gary, go ahead.
No, man.
I'm sorry. No, this was for Amber. This wasn't for you, because that's what I'm hoping in 2021. Exactly. I said, Amber, yeah, that's what I'm hoping. But
Yeah, you're spot on. Both of you spot on. I mean, there's really not much more I can follow up with that, because I feel exactly the same way. But I was watching Lost Beyond Pluto's cover of the appeal, and she broke it down really well. And basically, it's reiterating the same thing that we've all been saying too. We've all been on the same page about this, but as far as her conclusion, that he has a very, very strong case for this appeal to go through. So hopefully it does. We don't know how it works in the UK. Law should be blind, right? Like you said, but we just don't know how it's going to work out. Hopefully it will, but it seems very strong for him. But when it comes back to the VA trial, you better believe, buddy, because I already like the way this judge is putting things down. He's being strong about denying all of her requests and putting that out there like no, denied. So I'm already liking the way that's going down. So I can't wait for the Virginia trial, to tell you the truth, even if he doesn't get a retrial in the UK.
I agree with you guys. I think that's perfectly said. Gary, that's awesome. That's a great point. Yeah, I do like the way the judge is going with this.
Yeah.
We're going to lead right into the appeal, but I definitely want to share this. This comes from Edward Michael Beckett. He says, this is a very hard year. As the 19th of November, I found my dad on the floor. I do believe he's in a better place now. That's sad. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh,
That's
so sorry to hear that, Edward. You don't ever want to find a loved one like that.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Hopefully you're all right, man.
Ugh.
And like we said, you need
That's
anything,
tough.
you reach out.
That's tough. Yeah, Peter said, bring on Virginia. Yes, bring on Virginia. I agree with you.
Peter.
All right. So let's get into it. So this is John Christopher Depp II versus the News Group of Newspapers Ltd. and Dan Wooten. So I'm going to read a little bit. We'll comment about it. It's 5 pages. I'm not going to read every single paragraph and every single sentence. I'm going to give you a little quick summary. See what General has to say, Gary has to say, you guys have to say, I'll say. What we don't get through, we'll do again another live stream. And we'll just keep going. If it takes 20 live streams, that's what we'll do. I don't care. So
all I have to say is NGN is no good news.
I love these abbreviations. And by the way, Johnny Depp Project was here before. I don't know if she's still here. Just make sure you subscribe to her and Tiffany Daniels, who are both here. Gary and General Zod, and any other channels I might have missed. I apologize. I think I got everybody. It doesn't hurt to hit that subscribe button. You could always get information, different points of view, different perspectives, different ways that people do videos. It's very entertaining, and everybody's got their own style. So, check everybody out if you can, if you have the time, Okay, so nature of the appeal. Basically, he's seeking permission to appeal, and if it's granted, to set aside the decision of Justice Nickel, finding that the respondents had proved that the defamatory, oh God, heaven help me, defamatory allegations were published were true. So saying that the first paragraph, he's saying we want to appeal this, we want to set aside his decision because we feel that Johnny was wronged by the newspaper. That's really basically the summary of it. You guys want to say anything? It's up to you.
I mean, so far, yeah, it should be appealed because Nichols is the most corrupt piece of crap that I have ever seen in a courtroom. He should be ashamed of himself. And I'm sure you're going to get into this more when you explain exactly what they're appealing. But it was a joke, man. When I was going through and I was listening and doing my research, so I knew what the hell I was talking about when I got on here. And just listen to what this man ignored. And then in the adverse, what he accepted, which was exactly what he ignored from one defendant, but accepted in contrast from another defendant. And you're like, whoa, wait a second. Even if you give a good reason why you shot down something Depp said, he would turn around and accept Amber's side of things for the very exact same reason. So it's, how does this work, Judge? If you're shooting Depp down and saying, for instance, someone is unreliable because they're close to Depp, okay, all right, I can buy that. That's a fair assessment. But then you're going to accept Amber's sister, her friends, the fucking dog walker, I don't know, whoever else Amber musters up, that's okay. But Depp bringing credible cops in on this who have no stake in either side, and you as a judge can't accept another extension of the law, is disgusting. That shows me everything I need to know about this judge's ruling is right there. He literally neglected one arm of the law in favor of someone else, and that is a bias. He showed personal bias. He showed favoritism. And once you do that, you have disqualified everything. Even if you make good points defending your choice, you're tainted. So I'm sorry. I get angry sometimes. I'm holding back the rage. So we really get into it.
It's totally fine. I don't believe this again, Gary. This is the second time tonight he's done this, and I'm like,
Oh,
what the hell? It just popped up.
Thanks.
I mean, Donald, man,
Most
you blew
generous
my
man
mind.
in the world.
He said another support donation for Gary and the Johnny Depp project. The first one was for Rob and General Zod. So basically, oh man, okay. So basically, it's for Johnny Depp, General Zod, Gary, and myself. That's what he's doing. That's why he's giving 20 to each. So, okay, in case you guys don't know how this works, you have to have a set amount every month. There's a minimal amount. If you don't reach that minimal amount, and YouTube, by the way, takes out 30% of what you guys give, just to let you know on any channel. I don't know if they've explained this to you. So if I gave $3 to somebody, they take 30 cents of it. So it's like, bastards. So because I'm trying to give and I try to give the people, and I'm like, really, man, is that how it works? But that's how it works. I found that out. So they take 30% of whatever you give. If you have a membership, if you that's just I don't make the rules here. So, but what and you don't get anything, by the way, unless you hit a minimum. And on top of that, so after they take out the 30%, you have to have the minimum, and then they don't pay. It only pay you once a month, and you don't get that until the end of the month. So this is how it goes. So, but I will write it down in my handy dandy book that I have to pay 20 to Gary. There it is, 20 to Gary. Okay, Gary, Zod, and the Johnny Depp project. Okay, and I'm going to write today's date is what? Is it 12 what? 30? No, wait. Yes, 30. 30. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve, right?
New Year's Eve's Eve.
All right, so here it is. I circled it. You guys are my witness on my live stream. If I don't forget, please remind me on Twitter or something. All right, because I won't see this to January of the end of January. So I have to give them all 20, and I wrote it down. Okay,
so I already know what we're gonna do with that anyway. So.
So anyway,
I know that's gonna go to my Jack Daniels fund. So I'm just saying. You know what? One day I'll just toast with you three gentlemen. We'll have a gentleman's stream, gentleman Jack stream.
That's a good idea.
we'll just live it up,
We'll each hold up a cold one, man. We got to do that for sure.
Everybody send us love. And do me a favor, from now on this channel, if you guys remember, and I'll try to remember, if anybody, and I don't care who they are, super chat, if you could put hearts in their name whether it's Linda or it's Diamond or it's Donald or it's Susan or whoever it might be, please, give these people some shout out, give them a little love, send some hearts, put their name in there. I want to show them love. I can't do it, but if you guys can do it, help me tremendously. I really would appreciate that. Please recognize these people who go above and beyond for a lot of us and make us want to do this even more. That's all I can say. I'm very grateful from the bottom, and I would give you all a hug, but
oh, Rob, all you got to do, man, is give him a little twerk. That'll make everybody happy.
Oh God, Joanna mentioned this. Look, I just want you guys to know. I DM Stevie quite frequently, and I told him, whenever he's ready, I will take out a loan to have him do a good segment of this, but I've got to be there so that I can record this and show it to everyone else we stream with, because an Australian twerk's got to be something magical. I've yet to see it, Stevie. I already told you.
Zod, I'm going to let
look like a
know.
Kangaroo hop.
I'm going to let everybody know now. The Stevie twerk is coming. He had a donation stream to Johnny Depp's charity. We had a donation stream. It raised $20,000. He said if it raised 20, he would do a video with him twerking, and he confessed, and he said, well, I guess you guys know what's coming because we hit 20,000. So you will see it. You don't have to get here alone. Everybody did a fantastic job of giving to Johnny Depp's charity on Stevie's stream. And we raised 20. Well, I didn't raise, but they raised $20,000. I mean, I think everybody was like, Gary was there. I was there. A whole bunch of people were there. And it was a lot of fun. I had a great time with everybody. It was the first time I met Come Geek Some and Darth News in person. It was really awesome. And it was a great stream, and he wound up raising 20. So now he's going to do a twerk video for the community. So just let you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Just remind him if you go to the stream, say, "Hey, Stevie, where's that twerk video?"
Don't be a jerk, just twerk.
Oh,
No, that was
my
awesome though. I mean, that was super amazing that, you know, he was able to raise that much for that charity,
yeah.
you know. And I really hope that, you know, it gets to Johnny somehow, so that, you know, he knows how much this community backs him up.
Well, between Greg Ellis, who used to work with him,
Oh yeah.
you know, between, you know, everything else, he's got to know that we're all out here and we're all pushing for him. I mean, all of us, you know, there's so many in this community who's reaching out saying, like, go to his Instagram, people leave messages. Somebody said that he left them a heart. So, hey, you know, it only takes 2 seconds for someone famous to leave you a heart to make your day.
Mhm.
I've had that a couple times. I've had a couple of celebrities like something I posted. I was like, oh, it blew my mind. Just putting a heart made my day. I was like, oh, yes, they loved it. I was so happy. And it's just, you know, it's just a little things sometimes. It's little things that make you. What happened? Oh, the twerking already happened, according to Morning Tea. You missed it a few days ago. Oh no. Peter says now Rob has to do it.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, all right, I have to do it. So here we go. By the way,
Here we go.
Gary and Zod, if you want to turn around, close your eyes. That's I understand. So here we go. It's good. Well, I got to make the people happy. Here we go. So here you go.
Oh dear.
Get it.
A villain cannot unsee that.
Did you? How was that? Was that good?
That was
Was that
amazing.
good?
I peeked, man. I couldn't help it.
I hope you guys got. Oh, the things I do on this channel, I don't understand.
Nice jeans. Are those Bugle Boys you're wearing?
Yeah. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I should have told you to turn around too. I'm sorry.
Edward said my screen broke.
Oh my God! Wait, someone said that was terrible. Oh my God! Sorry. Yay, Rob. Oh, it was terrible. People laughing. Hey, listen, you gotta laugh. I don't care. As long as you guys gotta laugh. I don't know what I'm doing. I just hope that made you laugh. So let's get back. I'm embarrassed now. Turning red here. Look, I'm red. My God, I'm all red. I'm so embarrassed. But that's what it is. Okay. So another one said, look, again, part of the appeal. It says, this is great. I love this sentence in the appeal. Oh, Maya wants to say hi real quick.
Hey, Maya.
Gary says hi, Maya. And Jonas says hi. There we go. She's going crazy. So it says, I love this sentence, and I hope you guys hear this. This is great. The judgment is plainly wrong. Plainly wrong. The decision in the favor of the respondents is unsafe because the judge's findings were not conclusions based on the supported and carefully weighed and reasoned and analysis of the evidence. Perfect. His decision wasn't based on evidence. Yeah, that's great. Or the credibility of various witnesses, but rather bare assertions without any real explanation for how he reached these serious findings in the face of conflicting accounts of events. So that's beautifully written. But I'm going to let you guys comment on that. What do you think of that comment?
Gary, you want to take this one first before I rant?
Oh man, no, you can rant for sure, but I mean that was basically what you were talking about earlier, how he was basically just not going based off of evidence and actually helping her in her evidence, like assuming stuff and filling in the blanks for her pretty much in certain areas. And I mean, it was completely slanted, man. It was. I mean, the judge was totally biased. And what was his excuse, right? He said, well, she's saying this under oath, so it must be true.
let
And
me.
that's the part that pissed me off the most, man. Go ahead,
Let me
rant.
Yeah, it
you can
pissed
see
me
by
off
my
too. You're right.
face right now. Let me tell you about. She said it under oath. You know who said stuff under oath?
Mhm.
Ed Gein, Jeffrey Dahmer, the fucking suicide bombers that have happened, post office bombers, Unabomber. There's been a lot of people who have said bullshit under oath. That does not necessarily make it gospel, people. Yes, you swear your hand on the Bible, but let me tell you something. Let's just say hypothetically, Zod was put on trial for war crimes against Krypton, okay? And just bear with me on this outlandish scenario. Do you think that if I go into this court, I'm going to willingly say, oh yeah, I bombed the shit out of these people and I took over and I imprisoned them all and I totally admit to my war crimes? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to admit to a crime. I'm not going to say, oh my God, I put my hand on the Bible, so I'm going to automatically tell the truth and be a good, decent, moral person. What world are you living in when your best excuse as a judge who's supposed to be a seasoned vet, your best excuse is, well, clearly she's telling the truth because she placed her hand on the Bible, she gave us those fake-ass tears, and yeah, she's an upstanding citizen. Really, Judge? That it's fucking
Yeah.
laughable.
And she winked at me. So
It's got,
she's a lovely lady. I must be on her side.
Oh man, that's great. I mute my mic because I either laugh at you guys. Don't think I'm not paying attention. I read the comments, but I hear you. That's what I do at my other job. I do the same thing. But you're dead on, and it's pretty funny because you wonder, like, exactly what they said. How did you make this conclusion? How did you, with all the witnesses, with all the evidence, you don't give anything that says based on this and based on, you're just like, she's cute, she's pretty, she's a girl, I believe her. You know, you're a big guy, so you're guilty. Like, what?
Yeah.
Did I miss
Honestly,
something?
man,
I must have missed something. Go ahead, Gary.
it may sound like a conspiracy theory, man, but honestly, I think it's all the ties behind the scenes, man. It really is. I mean, if you look at it, how they're all tied together. Amber's legal team, his son works for the son, in essence. You know,
I mean, that's the other thing. That is the other thing, Gary. Has no one even addressed the fact? Let's just take the ruling out. That no one addressed the fact that in good conscience, and I'm sorry I can't say this any other way, but as a fucking judge, you do not have the good common decency to step away because you are in direct conflict. Any judge here in the United States of America, and Rob told us this story before, they will step back and they will say, look, I love these people. Good luck, Heard. Much love, but because I am directly involved, because there is, wait for it, a conflict of interest, I cannot, under good conscience, be the judge over this case. That should have been the first and the immediate thing. That, for me, was the very first red flag. He did not recuse himself. He did not remove himself. He did not even put on record he had a personal stake. That should automatically, right off the jump, disqualify his decision right away because
Amen.
he is directly involved, directly connected.
Now, I guess I got to say this, and I'm going to get the super chat in real quick. Gary, you weren't here last week when I told the general this, and he remembered that. I'm glad he did. Yes, when I work, some people have been asking me court questions because I work in the court. Again, New York law is not the same as Virginia, New Jersey, California, Texas. It's different. Some things are kind of the same, but because of things that happen in those states, I don't know why. This is just how it is. It's just different things happen, so they make a law based on some kind of case, and they adjust it as they go along. So basically, here, like, my judge, I'll just put it this way, saw the attorney. The attorney walks into the courtroom, and right away the attorney has a big smile on his face. He's like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, great to see you again, but you know what I'm about to say. And he's like, yeah, I know, Judge. It was great having dinner with you the other night. She says, and then because of that, it would be impartial for me to sit in this bench and make a decision because you know I would favor you and your client. Since I can't do that, I have to recuse myself from this case. I'm sorry. But it was great to see you again, and I hope we can have dinner again. And, you know, I have to be fair here. So she wrote an order saying she recused herself from the case. It was my job to let them know. I had to call the judges to rearrange to have their case scheduled with a different judge. That's just how it is. So if the judge and the attorneys now, again, here's another thing about court. All of them pass a bar, and a judge is previously an attorney. All right, they need 10 in New York. I don't know how it is in any other state right now, but in New York City, in the state of New York, you have to have 10 years as an attorney, 10 years experience, and then you can jump on the bench. Now, I don't know how it is in any other state. Sometimes rules change. I'm going to definitely check on that. I'm just doing it off the top of my head from my test that I remembered. At least, I think it was at least 10 years that they had to have some experience as passing the bar, being an attorney before they can jump on the bench. And that's how it goes. Usually their terms are 10 years and then they get voted in. So after the 10-year term is up, they can get voted in or kicked out. That's how it goes. So they run, they reelect them. So, they go up for reelection and we vote on it. That's our civil duty as American citizens to be part of the jury. That's how it goes. This judge did not do that. And why should this judge have recused himself from the case? It's so simple. Because he wrote a book and his co-author, that person's wife. So he wrote, let's say I wrote a book with General Zod. General Zod's wife knew Amber Heard's attorney. His wife was the mentor of Amber Heard's attorney. Now, you're going to tell me that there's not a connection there, that you don't know these people, then you're lying. You co-wrote the book with the guy, and his wife mentored Amber Heard's attorney. Right there. Forget about Musk and Murdoch and the Sun and all this other stuff. That's another whole ball game. But you got that right there. And that right there is a recusal. That right there is knowing somebody. That right there means I got to get off the bench. Is there any reason why the verdict is so fishy? But let me get to the super chat and we'll get to the next thing. Tina Flowers, thank you so much. She says, I love you guys. Hugs to Donald, of course, all of us. And that we all have, all the people who are going through and having a difficult time. Donald wrote that he loves everybody and it's helping him heal, that everybody's sending his love. And there's Yazida sending him some love. And so please, like I said, please, if you see someone super chat, please give them some hearts and put their name there and give them some love in the chat. That's all I can ask you guys for, because you guys are the best. That's all I can ask you for. So we're getting to the next thing. And General and Gary are spot on right now. They're on fire. I could feel them on fire. I love it. So another thing that was here at the onset. What happened? Was that Maya? Did someone cry for Maya?
No,
fire. By the way, Maya, like a ton of people said hi to her. I just want to let you know. Like everybody's saying hi, Maya in the chat.
Hey, everyone.
So if you heard her, she said, hey, everyone.
Yeah. The best co-host ever.
I thought it was you guys. So he uncritically accepted at the outset that the complainant must have been correct in all her allegations, and having done so, discounted and ignored any evidence to the contrary. The fact that undermined her credibility and the account she had given. Basically saying his mind was already made up. Doesn't matter what evidence we presented. Doesn't matter what we presented. He already had his mind set that she is correct. Doesn't matter that we proved her wrong. It doesn't matter what we showed. It doesn't matter the witness statements. Doesn't matter. His mind, Judge Nickel, was already set on making this judgment. You guys, if you had anything to say?
Go ahead, Zod. Get it.
I mean,
Get it, man.
I don't know
I
about
can see it in your face. Get it. Go get them.
I don't know about you, but that is the only logical conclusion that anybody with a functioning brain could deduce from everything that we saw, because of the fact that there were even moments in her own testimony where she screwed up on something that she was supposed to say, and he basically filled in the words for her, like the deposition just said. And that is okay. If I was a lawyer and I did that, that would be what they call coaching the witness. And a freaking judge did this? Are you kidding? I don't know what there is. If he led her into her statements, he coerced a lot of stuff or inferred what she didn't put in there. I mean, it
Called
is such
assertion.
a yeah, it was assertions and leading her to a statement that he wanted, because he already had his mind made up on what he was going to rule, but he just needed her to get there, and he needed some flimsy excuse just so he can pass this judgment. There was no back and forth. There was no him thinking about it, hearing other evidence and weighing it against testimony and going, oh, well, this contradicts this. And when she made a mistake, he didn't call it out right away. He didn't say, hey, well, you just said, just like a minute ago, you said this, and now you're saying this. These two aren't tracking. There was none of that.
Yeah.
It was the worst amount of coaching a person I've ever seen in my life. So,
I mean, yeah, and in hindsight, man, in hindsight, it's really obvious now, that he was doing that. And just even in the transcripts alone, you can tell that he seemed like he was bored, first of all, because he already made up his mind, like you said. And then there were times where it seemed like he was getting frustrated with Amber. But now, going back to the conspiracy theory of myself, again, he's just like, please just hush, okay? You're telling too much now. You're incriminating yourself. You're ruining your own evidence. Just let me handle this for you. I got you. Did it seem that way?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was just sitting there, just watching it and looking at what was going on. I'm just like, this is the biggest, most disgusting fucking charade I've ever seen in my whole life. This is the most disgusting display of the worst aspects of the law that I have ever seen. And look, I was in the military. I was in the Navy. I'm very strong on that. There's a moral code. There has to be law that governs. Look, in the service, I was governed by a different set of law that is for the greater good of people. But when I'm out of the service now, and when I'm amongst civilians, civilian law, people don't realize civilian law is the most important. And I hear these idiots all the time going, we should have some martial. You don't want martial law, because government law, government militaristic law is way different. Martial law is way different than regular judicial. Judicial law is so important because it is bringing two sides of a story. It's bringing facts. It's bringing judgment amongst peers. It's the fundamental backbone of this country and many other countries. And whether it's the UK or not, I refuse to believe that there isn't anything in their law that says if you have a conflict of interest that you don't recuse yourself. That seems like a pretty universally big deal. Like Australia, wherever you are, I feel like that's a pretty big important thing that translates universally. I mean, I don't know about you guys. Maybe someone who lives there could give me a definitive answer to that. But I believe conflict of interest is pretty universal no matter where you go.
Yeah.
And the way this trial was ran, so many people are pissed because the core concepts are pretty universal. How you're supposed to follow stuff.
I mean, the whole point.
Universal.
The whole point of the justice system, and of course, you're always going to have a bad apple no matter where you go. You're always going to have a bad cop or a bad teacher, or because it's human nature. Just some people just do things that they know they shouldn't do, but they do it. They think they can get away with it. It happens. But you can't blame one person for the entire group of people, right? So I can't say, well, Judge Nichols is horrible, so the whole system is no. He's horrible. He's the person we got to go after. The judge is supposed to, and I think I've said this the last stream, but Gary wasn't here. What they're supposed to do is use common sense, law, facts, and evidence. It's just so simple to make your decision. This is what you do, and the judge has always told me, and I think I've said this on the live stream before. He said, well, listen, Rob, there's three sides to a story. And I was like, three? Where do you get that from? He's like, well, there's the plaintiff, there's the defendant, and then in between is the truth. And that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to use these techniques to find out the truth between both sides. That's why I'm here. And that makes sense to me. But I just want to say thanks for Lisa, who said, this is for Maya, who sent the super chat. She says, thanks from the heart. Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Say it loud. You can say it.
Thank you, Lisa.
There you go. And that was so she wanted to say thank you. Thanks from her heart for all your support. Well, thank you. Listen, thank you for your support back. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say, but I just wanted to. And a lot of people, Gary and General, they're saying that you guys spot on. What you're saying. I just want to. I couldn't pull it up in the chat. I didn't want to lose the super chat, and just wanted to let you guys know. And people, by the way, people saying you're so cute, and I just want to let you know that. Okay, so should we jump? We'll jump into the next paragraph, which I thought was also interesting.
Yes, let's get into the juice. Let's
Yeah,
go.
this is pretty good. Well, this is, believe it or not, I'm halfway through it already. It's only 5 pages, and I'm about halfway through it. So it says, despite the length, the judgment lacks both analysis and reasoning for the trial judge's decisions. Well, yeah, I think it does. It's inconsistent with the evidence of the witness and the reliability of the respondent's entire case depended. I love this. Oh, God, I love this sentence. Another one I love. The reliability of the News's and the Sun's entire case is one thing. Miss Amber Heard. I love that. Oh, I love that. And as to why he made the findings of fact he did as to what happened, basically what she said happened. Basically, he said, oh, Amber said it happened. Oh, it happened. You're guilty.
Can I just
go ahead?
Can I touch on something, because this part irks me the most. This is a fucking newspaper. When did they have the right? People, and in the chat, let me know. When did the newspaper seem to have this right where slander and directly calling someone a label without any fucking proof was a thing? Where does it say that freedom of press and freedom of speech specifically prohibits you to be called out on your bullshit when you make a... They didn't just say in general. They didn't say according to witnesses. They blatantly, out and outright slandered his name with no fucking proof. None whatsoever. Not a scrap of evidence has been provided since this whole thing has started, one way or the other. So that's not to say they can't infer that he might have done these things. Sure, they can do that. But they specifically, in quotes, highlighted on every fucking YouTuber's channel I've ever seen in this article, directly called him a label. That is what he is suing them for. Defamation of character. And they said against his character specifically, he is a wife beater. They said the label. When you label someone, the very definition of slander is if you call someone something and it is not the truth, or you do not have substantial proof as to what you claim. Am I not right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely
tell me,
right.
where's their proof is? Where the fuck was the facts? Where was anything corroborating that this label that they put on him was true? And somewhere in this kangaroo court session, we lost the whole point, which was they called him a name. They had no evidence. He is suing because they called him a name that is not based in fact, and they still have yet to prove what evidence they have that is saying he's a wife beater. Because her saying it, there's no evidence, it's true. There's no evidence, it's false. Therefore, calling someone the name is slander. Barbara, I agree. Apparently, that's the only fucking fact now. You just need some treacherous harpy who's really good at media spin. And apparently you can just I can call anyone on the panel a name and it's not slander anymore. That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
without any proof.
And think about it. This verdict has led to what? Him losing Fantastic Beasts 3, him losing other roles, Disney, the Pirates. And now other companies are going to see this and say, wow, he's been ruled a wife beater. How could I hire him? How could I hire this guy? What kind of image is my company saying? Because there's the other side, they're going to say, well, yeah, this guys who don't do their homework, like Gary said, who don't educate themselves, right? So you got those people who just randomly say stuff like they do on my channel. They don't watch the video. They don't listen to what I'm saying. They don't listen to a fact. And they just come in and write stupid comments saying, well, he's a wife beater. The judge said so, and that's it. And if you're going to go based on that, these companies are going to fear. So not only did the newspaper do this, but now the court has done this. And now they put, like you said, this label is out there. And it's ruining his career. If he gets this retrial, if this whole thing could go away, if he wins in Virginia, this whole thing could go away. And that's what I'm hoping for, those two outcomes, that he wins this appeal, he gets the retrial, he wins in Virginia, and this kicks her in the ass. That's what I'm really hoping for. Gary?
People don't understand this, and I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this, but this is very important, people. The label in Hollywood, the image, is, if you think image is not important, I don't know where you've been for the last fucking 100 years in Hollywood. Their image, the words that are used in the media is important, because when you get the stigma, when you get the stain, the stink of something like that on you, it is hard to shake. And now when you have supposedly someone who's supposed to represent the law that confirms that, then you have just done irreparable damage to someone who shouldn't have been damaged in the first place. This judge should have looked at this. He should have said, okay, we're not even getting into, because this isn't a trial against Amber. That's going to happen in Virginia. This is specifically against the son. And he should have looked at it and he said, okay, forget what she's saying. Let's focus on the son. And did the son have facts behind this claim? Because what they did was they made a label. They accused someone of being something in the court of public opinion, and they had not one shred of evidence to back up their claim. They didn't have a source. They didn't have concrete proof to, let's just take this back to grade school, people, name call. That's what it was. They were name call.
Their source was Amber Heard. That was their source.
Right.
Just
See,
like I said, they didn't have a source.
This is why they didn't. Well, they did, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But the reason why I was so pissed off about nobody from the Sun took the stand was because they should have been asked that very same question. Where did you get your information from?
Thank you.
Get your information from? And are we just finding out about this now because Amber's taking the stand on your behalf? Did you know about this before you printed that article? Probably not.
And even if we're saying Amber, Gary, even if we're saying Amber, okay, last I checked, the really good journalists, okay, the people who remember that movie Spotlight, the people who brought the Catholic Church and their evil deeds into light. What did they have, folks? Really watch that movie. They had several sources. They had witnesses. They had people come forward to validate their claims and scare the shit out of the church because they needed to do it. It was a thing, okay, but they had the sources and the people, not just one person coming out and saying, oh, this guy did terrible things. They had multiple sources. They had multiple people. They just didn't have some dizzy, ditchy, psychotic bitch come out and say, oh my God, he did this because I want to jump on the Me Too train. Okay. They didn't have that. They had multiple people who came out. And where's these other people coming out? Yeah, Johnny. Johnny, he's beating up people and he's just everyone I see talk about Johnny's been like, yeah, Johnny's a great guy. I'd have beers with him. An investigator said this, who was hired to investigate Johnny Depp.
Yeah, should have called him.
You said that. Are you kidding me? So where are your sources, son? Where are all these people besides the great Queen Heard? Where they at?
Absolutely right, man. I mean, and what the son did and what the judge did in the at the end of it all was just go on her word and her word alone. It was completely biased. It's like, you can't do that.
Agree.
You're not supposed to do that in court of law. Just go on one person's word and dismiss all the other evidence that contradicts everything that she's saying.
That's not what the judge does. I was going to read what Sarah Sharp said because I love this. It's very good. A lot of great comments so far that I've been trying to post here. I just can't get to them all. Sarah Sharp says, Nichols said that Johnny's witnesses benefit from Johnny. But Amber's friends didn't benefit from their testimony? No, they didn't benefit. Free place to live, free food, free trips, free parties. Yeah, he provided all that.
Amen, Sarah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
unbelievable. I know. It's just unbelievable. And to say that their only source, their only evidence was Heard. So, but where's her evidence? It's just hearsay. That's what it is. When you go to a court, people, let me tell you how it is, okay? Because I've been in court a few times, all right? When it was my turn and I had to go after somebody, what I had to do was real simple. Real simple. You're suing for this reason. Yes. This amount of money. Yes. Do you have proof that this person owes you money? Yes. Can I see proof? Here's my receipts. Dirty word I just said. Receipts. Something that Amber doesn't want to provide for the charity, right? About the charity.
That's a dirty word.
That's a dirty word.
Dirty word, Rob.
It's a dirty word we're going to use in this charity. No, it's called receipts. Those receipts. I got plenty of receipts in my pocket. But what does receipts prove? What does receipts? Sorry, you're making me laugh. What does receipts prove? It proves that you paid for something. It's proof that you did something. And first of all, hi. Say hi here. And first of all, another thing I want to point out is when you have receipts, it's taxable, right? It's charity. You write it off as on your taxes, right? I mean, that's what these big stars do. They get that. I mean, I know they donate and they care. I'm not saying that, but in her case, why wouldn't she want to prove that? Well, look, if it's $3.5 million, that's the rumor that she so-called pledged, that she so-called gave. Well, why wouldn't you want to put that in your tax return? Here's my receipts. Here's proof of it. I could prove it. And then show the world and shut us all up. Really, like I want to shut everybody up. They're like, you don't believe me? All right, here you go. Here, you don't believe me? Here's my dang receipt. Here, take it. And that's what I would do. This is what I would show. Why she doesn't do that at this point, I have no friggin' clue. The only conclusion we could all come up with, she's full of you know what. That's it.
She's full of what's in between those sheets. I tell you. No, man, but you're absolutely right. Like, I mean, if that ain't a smoking gun, I don't know what is. You know, she's obviously hiding something. Obviously. Because, I mean, she was so proud about, who's that?
Mary Lynn, she gave me a thumbs up.
Sticker.
There you go. Super
there
sticker.
You go. Yeah, you got to do the thumbs up, man.
Oh, yes, right. I got to do thumbs up.
All up in the camera. Like all up in the camera. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Go ahead,
Mary
Gary.
Lynn.
Go
Super.
ahead, Gary. I'll put me on mute. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine, man. We don't have to mute. We can just keep talking over each other. It's all good. But
Somebody in the comment section, I think it was Amanda, she said, you can't say the R word. Receipt,
yeah, that's a thing now. The R word. Oh
the
my
R
God.
word.
No.
That's going to be a dirty word on my. I have to ban it on my channel for now. You say the word receipt, YouTube will ban it from my channel.
Yeah, but I mean, come on now. She was so all about it. Talking about, yes, this was not about money for me, and everything that I get's gonna go to charity, and that's all. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But if
you?
it's not about money, then why do you countersue for 100 million?
Oh,
Why
goodness.
do you want the penthouses and the 50,000 a month and all?
She's constantly contradicting herself, right?
Yes, yeah, consistently. It doesn't end.
Even
And-
on the freaking stand, she's doing it under
and this-
oath.
And this is
contradicting
supposed.
herself.
This is their credible. This is their credible witness. This is what he went by. This is how he
Oh.
made his decision based upon a person who's hypocrite, who says one thing one day and says the next the other day.
And don't even get started on Josh Drew, how incredible he was as an evidence. I mean,
It's just ridiculous. Haley, again, thank you for the super. She says, hey, you guys are awesome with your thoughts and sharing with us. And you guys are awesome being here and sharing your thoughts with us. And believe me, sometimes I read things and I'm like, oh man, I made a video, but then this happened, or you guys educate me too. So don't, and I look into it because, listen, I'm not perfect. So when you guys educate me and when I hear your thoughts, I think they're wonderful. So don't think you guys aren't important, because you are very important to us. Otherwise, we'd just be talking to ourselves. Not that that's a bad thing, but at least we're hanging out. But still, it's more fun to hang out with all of you. So thank you for that, Haley. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's read the next thing that they wrote. This is number 5 I'm up to. And again, I'm only halfway through. I may only get to one more tonight. We can continue this.
Part 2.
Yeah, we can do part 2. Yeah, sure. Why not? Of course. Trying to see what's really good here. Some of it's just like whatever. I don't care about number 5. Let's go on to number 6. I'll skip it. Okay. Further, these findings have been reached in a judgment that has been very widely publicized. Again, this comes to who you're hurting, right? This verdict is out there for the world to see. It's out there to destroy his career. His career, him making money, his livelihood, his kids. You're now trying to take that away from the man by putting this out there. Not only the verdict, but what you put in the newspaper. So that, this is what they're saying here. Okay, which is not only devastating to Johnny Depp, but also to a wider repercussions. And I love this again. There's a great paragraph for alleged victims and those who are wrongly accused of domestic violence. If you want me to read it again, I'll gladly do it.
Preach it.
They do it. I'll preach it. The judgment has been very widely publicized, with not only a devastating to Johnny Depp, not only devastating to him, but to the alleged victims of those who are wrongly accused of domestic violence, which clearly, in this case, Johnny Depp is. Go ahead, Zod. You're bouncing up and down. Go for it, man.
Lord help me.
Get it, son. Get it.
Because I'm trying to keep it quiet, because my girlfriend has informed me I can be a little bit loud at times. So I'm trying to keep myself at a little bit of a lower pace.
Well, does she know what we're talking about here?
Love the passion, man.
She
Love the
knows,
passion.
but she doesn't want the rest of everyone else to know.
Oh, they need to know.
But, but the biggest thing, this is the biggest shame, people. This is the biggest thing that really pisses me off about this is she has screwed over victims. Now, bear with me. This is a crime against victims of 2 of these domestic abuse guys and girls, because Amber is blatantly fucking lying. And so she is diminishing every female out there who is suffering, who has gone through shit. I have spoken and I have done community service with women from battered and abused shelters. You know, I've been all across here in Wisconsin in certain places. I have gone and visited these places because I've had some personal experiences and I felt like I wanted to go out and talk with them and things like that. And she is diminishing. She is insulting. She is spitting in the face of those poor women who go through this every day. You have the nerve, you have the audacity to claim that you are a victim merely simply for the purposes that you are a crazy psychotic bitch who wants to destroy a man's livelihood. It is disgusting and it is shameful. And then on top of that, you're also insulting men who go through this, these poor men who are sitting there in their own kind of domestic disputes, right? And now here's this man, Johnny Depp, and this court is clearly stacked up against him. And for any man who's sitting there and is being inspired, and then they see this bullshit ruling, and they think to themselves, well, if Johnny Depp, who is fighting hard and has the best lawyers, can't get justice, then who the hell, as Joe, whoever I am, have a chance in this rigged court system? It's disgusting, it is terrible, and it marginalizes and destroys two parties simultaneously. Good job, Amber. You have systematically just fucked the whole entire system because you are marginalizing two groups at once. Actually, it's quite extraordinary. There should be a study.
But she doesn't care. That's the problem. She only cares about her. The whole marriage was all about her and her career and her friends, and that's all she cared about is who I have to sleep with to get ahead. That's what it was. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's all it ever was. And to your point, Zod, that's the bottom line right there. She's screwing it up for everyone. That's why even in the legal documents said it was unsafe. This judgment, you know. But going back to Miss Amber Turd, who is she, first of all? And who the hell does she think she is? I'll tell you, she's conniving, she's manipulative, and we know all this. And I even watched a stream with one of her co-stars that starred with her in Never Back Down. That's the first movie I ever saw her in, actually. And he was even like scared of her. You know, I mean, they got along, but I feel like she just made him her friend because she needed one on set. But he has stories to tell, and he didn't even want to go into the details because he was so afraid to, because he knows what kind of things she could do. To potentially ruin his career, but that's just the way she is. He also said that she has a very charming way about her. She knows how to draw you in, and then she'll flip on you just like that. But then she knows how to keep you around too. So she knows how to. She's a pro at this manipulative game. So I mean, that's all I can say. She's really good at it because she's really nobody. She's nobody. Like why why Amber?
I've said this 1,000 times. Who is? You know what? It's funny you bring that up because I saw her in Never Back Down, and I'll admit I didn't know nothing about this. I'm like, wow, who is this chick?
I just thought she was a cute chick.
It's a great movie.
I love the movie, yeah.
But then you think about it, and you're like, you know, she was quite young in that too, I believe, and it's just amazing to know that there's like, and that's the thing with this. And this is why this is so important with domestic violence. She fits that profile like a female version of what I've seen from males, which is that profile of narcissistic, of charming, conniving, controlling. She fits all of the hallmarks to a T. The way she wants to manipulate everything, and let's just take Johnny Depp out of this, just the way she's manipulating the situation in general. But everything swings back to her because abusers are narcissistic. So it's all about them and what they've gone through and their pain. And I mean, Hell, I
Mhm.
use this as my metric, people, but look at Rihanna and Chris Brown. Look at Chris Brown and look at her. And you can't tell me you don't see similarities there because he did the same exact hallmarks. It was about him. He was sorry. He was this, he was that. And the media played that up. And the same exact thing is now happening on the flip. Amber Heard is the same exact thing. And there's now accounts of her having this weird undertone, this like underlining storm. And you can see it. You can see it the way she talks, the way she answers things, the way she looks.
Mhm.
Um, you could just see it in her eyes. And look, when I was in the service, part of my training was reading body language because it was important for what I was doing. I worked with some special units, can't go into much more besides that. But one of the things we've learned was that was the most important was reading your enemy's body language and sizing people up. And just on what I seen from her, I would almost categorize her personality on borderline sociopathic.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just being real.
Oh yeah.
She
Oh yeah.
shows the markers of it. And
Not
it's not to say,
borderline,
because I know people
on
will be
the
like,
line.
oh, she's walking that very fine line, if
Mm.
not over it. And we just haven't seen, mark my words, we haven't seen or even heard the worst of it, I'm sure. I
Yeah.
can bet you money there's other stories out there.
That's why there's so many people so afraid of her. And I mean, look how her sister, man. When there was a point made too, I forgot who said this, but when Whitney was on the stand, she kept looking up at her sister where she was sitting and kind of like looking for her approval every time she answered a question. And who was it, Miss Laws, Johnny's lawyers? She tried to point that out. She said, why do you keep looking up at your sister? Trying to prove the point that she's not answering for herself. She's answering out of fear and
Oh,
trying to help
yeah.
her sister out. But
Yeah.
that's why people like that work. And they're good at it. And this guy said that the one that I was talking about, her co-star, he said she's very smart. She's very well read. She reads a lot. She speaks multiple languages. She's not stupid. She knows exactly what she's doing. Like, even Johnny's bodyguard said that she knows exactly what she's doing. And then all of a sudden, when she gets up on stage, she doesn't remember things that happened. Well, I can't remember what part of my body I put in front of him and how it exactly went down, but this happened. This happened. How's that credible?
Okay, guys, I have to wrap it up. So let me just get these couple of comments in. First of all, I just want to thank Linda Potter
Oh, we
Stock.
can rant.
Yeah, we can. Well, that's why
we're all getting heated now, man.
Yeah, well, listen. I hope that's why we could do this again,
Rob,
and you guys will come next
real quick.
week. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. Real quick before we end this, I promised Donald I'd do this. General Zod, you have yourself a theme song, man. We have lyrics here for you from Mr. Donald Dolan himself. I just got to put some music to it. But if I may, I need to read this. This is
yeah, sure. Before you do that, let me just get this super chat in.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just want to get this. This came from Linda Potter Stock. Stock, losing my voice. She said Amber is a very scary person, and everything Gary said proves that point. Yes, absolutely. What Gary said was perfect. Also, Gary, a lot of people were raving how great you did on your live stream today with JDP.
Thank you.
Just wanted to let you know that a lot of people said love to you, Gary, and Zod. A lot of people in the chat were saying, "Tell him, Zod, tell him I agree with you." So just letting you know, I'm watching what they're saying is I'm listening. So Gary, you want to go ahead? The floor is yours, and then we'll end the stream. Go ahead.
All right, no, this is for Mr. Donald Dolan himself. All right, General Zod, this is gonna be your theme song, my friend. Says he may not be from Krypton, but he still heads above the rest. His knowledge and power unquestioned. He's someone you don't want to test. When you want to hear the truth and you have nowhere to go, here's the solution. Just tune into his show and kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Oh my God, this is gonna be a good one, man.
That's great.
I just want to say this is one of the greatest days in a dictator's life.
Donald, you are a genius.
Definitely send me that. I will build an intro that will be my intro. And Donald, man, I don't know how you've channeled the will of Zod, but God bless you. God bless you, sir. I'm sorry.
People are loving it in the chat, man. There's hearts and love the theme music. Look at this. A lot of people loving it. That's great. I love it too. I think that's great. And lock Amber up. Yeah, I agree. Susan.
Yeah,
So before we go,
sure.
guys, I gotta say I've had a fantastic time with you two, and again, I hope we can do this next Wednesday because this weekend we got family. So I normally do Saturday streams, but I can't. So if I can, I'll get in touch with both of you. But if not, I hope you guys will come back on next week and we could do part 2 because you guys are fantastic. I had a fantastic time. I love this. This was great. I really loved it. So I hope you guys will join me again. I just want to say thank you to General Zod. General Zod, you want to say anything about your channel?
I just want to say thank you, everybody. And for Gary, because I know he missed it, this has been the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money taking, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain in YouTube entertainment today, General Zod.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. Rob, it's been a blast. Gary, I feel like I've known you forever with those, with the fact you're putting together a theme song for me. I really appreciate it. And all these lovely people, man. I was just speaking the truth. I'm glad you guys liked it. I'm a little abrasive and harsh at times, but it's just me, and I gotta be me. So I really appreciate you guys embracing it.
Listen, if you do a YouTube channel and you're not yourself, or you're not passionate, or you're not being real, anybody would feel that. And that's why I can't do certain things, because there's certain things I just have no interest. So you have to go with what you're interested in, what's passionate, what you feel inside. And you got the passion like I do, what Gary does, and that's why we do this. We do this because we know someone was wronged. We victims are wronged here, just like they said in that paragraph, which was beautiful. It's not just him. How about all the other people? How about, like you said earlier, what guys want to step up to the plate? You got to think about all that stuff. But speaking of which, Gary, want to tell them about the Gary Robinson channel? Yeah,
man. I'm gonna get it going some more, doing some more. I come up with some kind of catchy phrase too, because Rob's, yours is like, I'm here, you're there, and I love it. And then General Zod, I can't repeat what you did, but that's awesome. Mine is just like, hey, it's your boy Gary again. So boring. I'm so boring.
But you're just starting, man. You test the waters. This is what you do when you start a channel. You see what works, what doesn't. You move forward, man. You're gonna be fine, Gary.
Yeah, we'll get.
You know how many times I have to say that in the mirror, Gary? I wake up saying that. My girlfriend's tired of it. She goes, "Yes, honey, I know. Earth breaking, ground shaking. Shut up. I'm trying to watch this."
That's awesome. No, that's awesome. The fact that she can repeat it back to you, it's catchy. You guys.
Patty also said, "Great first stream today, Gary." So I just want to tell you something. It's there.
Thank you so much, Patty. But
Guys,
like Rob, like you were saying though, man, we got to take care of ourselves and don't be afraid to venture out and do something. Like in the words of Joseph Campbell, man, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. So don't be afraid. Just go out there and get it.
So I want to wish everybody's saying it in the chat. Listen, I hope you all have a happy new year. I hope that this year brings. Happy New Year. Oh, by the way, Donald said, "Would you like a second verse?"
I mean, I don't know. I want to keep it concise to I don't know what the format of a beginning is. People say that my intros are too long, so I want to just keep it
I think
that
whatever
is good.
Donald, what I just read from what you just sent me, that's perfect.
That's gold, man. That was a lot further than I've gotten. So
So I just want to say that this year I'm going to end it on this note because, again, I wish everybody Happy New Year, healthy. I hope 2021 brings justice for Depp. I hope it brings justice for domestic violence victims. I hope that
Happy New Year's.
and to put it all this way, I'm just going to end it on how I feel. Back in July when I started this, I never knew that I would meet people like Gary, General, Les, Shelby, Stevie, and the list, Dark News, and the list goes on and on. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would start a YouTube channel and meet so many awesome and fantastic people. And of course, the loss of Trudy Magoo really burns me inside. My condolences. My heart goes out to his family, and to other people who today said they lost their dad, they lost their husband. And my heart goes out to you and all of us here on this channel and other channels. We feel for you. This community is the most fantastic community I think I've been a part of, loving, caring, and I've been blessed with knowing all of you. I've been blessed with the people I meet who've come to the stream and stream with me so far, from Star Wars to Johnny Depp to everybody who's come here has been absolutely incredible people. And the people in this community and the other communities, I bless you. I thank you. When Maya was down and out, you were there. You made me feel better when I was panicking and hurt and crying and all those emotions. And you guys came through and you helped me just by saying, hey, we got you. And we're here. How's she doing? Made me feel great. You guys are fantastic. Keep it up. Don't give up. Believe in yourselves. We love you, everybody. You're a great community here. And of course, I got to get going. So I will see you all next year. Zod, Gary, everyone, be well, be safe. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. And thank you for your support.
Take
Love
care,
you.
all. Happy New Year. Love you.
Happy New Year.